Hello, I am a writer and researcher based in Berlin. This is a summary of my video, The Hacker Who Betrayed Anonymous. In June 2008, the Church of Scientology attempted to suppress a video that showed one of its celebrities getting a massage from a member of staff. The problem for the church was that in trying to remove the video, it did the opposite, boosting interest in it online. It also attracted the attention of a loose collective of internet users, who identified themselves as anonymous, and who would go on to make it one of the most embarrassing episodes in the history of the Church of Scientology. But how did they do it? What tools did they use? And why did this relatively unknown group manage to bring down one of the richest and most powerful organizations in the world? The video starts with some background on the Church of Scientology and its celebrity video problem. In the late 90s, the church tried to break into the mainstream and hired Hollywood bigwig to make a recruitment video. The only problem was that the finished product was less L. Ron Hubbard, new age self-help, and more weird sex cult, so they shelved it. But a copy made its way to the internet and became a bit of a viral sensation. By 2008, the church had tracked down everyone involved in the leak. They had silenced them all except for one guy, a process server named Paul. He had uploaded the video to YouTube and other sites. The church wanted him silenced. Paul's lawyer wrote to YouTube demanding that they remove the video, but before the video could be taken down, a group of internet users calling themselves Anonymous posted a message on 4chan, an image board website. They explained that they were going to respond to the church's demands by releasing another video that showed Paul receiving a massage from a woman he had been seeing. Anonymous then released a video that contained clips of the original church video, along with footage of Paul that they stole from his MySpace page. And just like that, what would have been a single embarrassing video for the church became multiple embarrassing videos for the church. And the best part for Anonymous was that the church was too embarrassed to try and take down the response video. Anonymous then took things a step further. They set up a Twitter account and encouraged people to send them tips about the church. They also released another video saying, "We are Anonymous, we are Legion, we do not forgive, we do not forget. Expect us." Within days, the group had over 10,000 followers, and as more and more people joined their ranks, they started to plan bigger attacks. They went after Sony after it pulled an episode of South Park for making fun of Tom Cruise. Then they went after the music industry. Then they went after the government. At its peak, Anonymous boasted hundreds of thousands of members. But while the group enjoyed taunting large organizations and cheering on hackers who attacked major companies, its real strength was being an amplifier before the internet. Activists needed resources and infrastructure to pull off protests. Now they didn't. A teenager with a laptop could take down a major company website, or a cell phone with an internet connection could help launch a global protest. All that was needed was a little creativity and the willingness to join with others. But if you want to better understand how the internet works, you need to learn how computers work. I recommend checking out today's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant has an easy-to-understand course called How Computers Work that will teach you how data is stored on computer hardware and how that data can be manipulated. You'll learn how binary code works, how memory works, how CPUs and GPUs work, and much more. The course includes interactive quizzes that solidify your learning and helps you remember what you've learned. Whether you're interested in programming, mathematics, science, or just want to level up your problem-solving skills, Brilliant's courses are perfect for anyone with an internet connection and a desire to learn. But now back to the video. Anonymous didn't get much respect from traditional media. Journalists wrote articles dismissing the group as internet pranksters. But behind the scenes, the FBI and CIA were taking notes. The agencies knew that, despite its immaturity, Anonymous was onto something. Ordinary people could use the internet to fight back against powerful interests. And it wasn't just journalists and celebrities that Anonymous disrupted. Government websites fell victim to their attacks too. Their biggest target was the Church of Scientology. Anonymous launched Operation Black Eye, a campaign to embarrass the church and reveal its secrets. They hacked into the church's databases and published customer information online. Then they created the infamous paste sites where they posted internal church documents. And in 2010, Anonymous took things a step further when it published a video saying that it had infiltrated the Church of Scientology's internal network. One of the members of Anonymous contacted the German newspaper Der Spiegel and gave them a flash drive with documents on it. Those documents would later become known as the Xenu project because one of the files was titled Xenu, the True Story. Anonymous explained that Xenu was the Church of Scientology's leader, and that the church covered up the fact that he was an alien. Of course, Xenu turned out to be L. Ron Hubbard's nickname for himself. But by that point, the damage was done. Anonymous had managed to convince millions of people that the Church of Scientology was a fraud. By 2011, Anonymous had grown beyond the wildest dreams of its founders. It had tens of thousands of dedicated members and millions of sympathizers, and yet somehow it managed to avoid becoming a victim of one of the things it despised the most, corporate censorship. But that wouldn't last forever. In 2010, the US government asked the Swedish government to help them censor the internet. They wanted Sweden to pass a law that would allow American authorities to force Swedish ISPs and tech companies to hand over the IP addresses of people who downloaded material from file-sharing websites. But Sweden refused, and as a result, Anonymous hacked into the Swedish Parliament's website in retaliation. Then in 2011, Anonymous found itself at war with two of the most powerful countries in the world. First, it was Egypt. Anonymous supported the Egyptian revolution against Hosni Mubarak, but when the military took power, Anonymous switched sides. It started attacking Egyptian government websites. Then it was Libya. When Muammar Gaddafi started bombing his own people, Anonymous declared war and helped anti-Gaddafi forces organize online. But while these conflicts were happening, something strange was happening to Anonymous. Its leaders were growing disillusioned with the direction of the group. Some people still wanted to make light-hearted jokes at the expense of celebrities and corporations, but others wanted to use their power to fight oppressive regimes. In October 2011, a former spokesperson for Anonymous, who went by the name Topher, summarized the shift in focus when he said, "Anonymous has evolved past the point of random senseless hacking." He told Wired magazine that the group had matured and that it now focused on fighting oppression. But while this might sound admirable, it meant that Anonymous was now doing the very thing it used to spend most of its time mocking: politics. Most of the people who joined Anonymous did so because they wanted to make fun of celebrities and corporations, not because they wanted to fight repressive regimes. Anonymous was losing its sense of humor and its members. Then everything changed when a soldier named Bradley Manning leaked 250,000 classified diplomatic cables to WikiLeaks on its face. This wasn't good news for Anonymous. Leaking classified information was illegal, and Manning could go to prison for it. But Anonymous saw an opportunity. If they could show that the US government had tried to censor the internet, they could turn the conversation away from Manning to the government. Anonymous started attacking government websites and social media accounts. It even hacked into the US Senate's website and defaced it with a picture of Manning. A few months later, Manning was found guilty and sentenced to 35 years in prison. But Anonymous responded by launching Operation Payback. The group attacked the websites of companies and governments that they accused of trying to silence Manning. JP Morgan Chase, the New York Times, NATO, and even Rupert Murdoch's private email account got attacked. For Anonymous, the Manning case was more than just about defending a hacker. It was about defending free speech. In a statement released during Operation Payback, the group said, "We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. We are not against all governments, only those that infringe on freedom of speech and practice censorship against their people." With that statement, Anonymous had shifted from being a group of internet pranksters to being a legitimate threat. To this day, Anonymous continues to defend those who engage in free speech and regularly targets groups that it believes are censoring the internet. As for Bradley Manning, he was released from prison in 2017. If you liked this video, you might also enjoy my video on how the Silk Road worked. Thanks for watching.